Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Starting here, I want to see where the continue button actually takes us. Since we were just at the beginning of the second level, with levels being very long in this game, I imagine we'll be in the same place. Listen to the audio previously, it did seem like it's a little quiet, but inherently I think what we're going to do is just always have it be a little quiet. You've learned first lightning, press Y to shoot lightning from your fingertips. And see, that would have been really cool to have. Oh, wow. That is the second time I've died falling off an edge. You'd think a Force user could, you know, perhaps not do that. I mean, you can see even in the game they intentionally put some barriers here so you don't fall off of it. But then the question is, how did I just fall over it? Oh, because I just walked over the barrier if I'm moving fast enough. Interesting. So that's death number 3. Although that was and see, Force lightning blows up those barrels too. And let's get a good, nice look here. This is one of these games, and this is kind of common amongst old games, where it would be really nice if you could change the field of view, particularly since you're having higher resolutions than what the game was originally set to. I'm also thinking I may turn up the difficulty. My last test before I turn up the difficulty is how many hits it takes with the new crystal to kill regular enemies. If I can kill regular enemies in 1 or 2 hits and then have the final boss fights, apparently they want me to blow that up, have the boss fights last longer, I would very much like that. And in fact, it's a bad game design in general that it didn't work somewhat like that. Because on Apprentice level, the boss fight still should feel like a challenge and take a while. I shouldn't just be able to rush through it. And that's what's happened. They could have just given me regenerating health, and I think regenerating health might have been a better way to do the whole game instead of this. But yeah, like what I was saying before, if you wish you could change the field of view so that this character would zoom further back. Let's see, you're supposed to be able to hit down on the D-pad to, yes. No, down on the right stick does it. So if you could zoom back, which I'm not zooming back too much here, and see more of the sky, that'd be nice. But when I start going downward to see the sky and go down even further, it zooms in on him. And it's a shame.
Need to find a way to get through that hyperdrive core. Is there anything nearby you could use as a makeshift explosive?
So apparently I'm not supposed to move it, just fire it. So I guess what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to find some more engines. Press right trigger the dash. This may be used while the ground or in the air. Nice destructible area, but apparently this isn't one of the things. And see, there's all these droids here, like this is some kind of graveyard ceremonial, like elephant graveyard thing that you can grip enemies and objects using the lightning on them and then pressing right trigger. So right trigger in this, and then of course, create bridges by using the Force to lift heavy objects out of toxic sludge. Well, we're definitely seeing an example here of too many things, like too many things that you can lock onto. I think I knocked that entire piece of metal. I wouldn't expect that. I'm supposed to create a bridge here.
I'm picking up scraps of Rhodey's communication. You're approaching some sort of salvage operation.
I'll deal with them.
And I don't think I actually solved that the way I was supposed to. So with these enemies, we're still at 3 or more hits with these new enemies. That's kind of the problem. Here's another one of those. And so it took 2 to blast a hole in the thing. And it seems like with these rapid fire attacks, they actually can. They actually can hit me, and there's that force blast just pushed him over and killed him. Locking in. See, yeah, that was what was supposed to happen. You can fuse your lightsaber strike with force lightning by pressing X then Y. X then Y. Okay. Hope I'm doing this right and going the right direction. I don't know if I really am, though. I might very well just be going backwards. This is very much reminiscent of the Dagobah swamps. See, this thing still is floating. Am I supposed to lift it like all the way up? And see, there was a holocron worth collecting, I suppose. Although I'm not really sure. It really is. Wasn't that the one we started with? No, I guess not. Let's see. And see, it's slowly, with the lightning, lowering his health. And they will just fall over. Yeah, and it definitely does feel weird to have the audio this low, but I will say on my channel, audio is always this weird issue. It's sometimes really, really loud and doesn't sound loud to me. It's sometimes really, really soft and sounds loud to me. It's not as consistent as I would like it to be. I don't really know the reasons for that. You can look down in the description to see my equipment and setup is Blue Yeti microphone, I believe. Yeah, that's what it is, and a pair of Audio-Technica M50s headphones. So those are moderately cheap, moderately good quality prosumer headphones. There is probably a larger factor in just the fact that I am talking, and so when I speak I hear myself rattling around in my skull like everybody else does, so they can't particularly hear that. There's an audio volume setting that I can adjust for feedback, so I could turn up my headphones without changing the recording.
Up a lot of movement beyond that hyperdrive core.
Which might be the right solution, but it could also be the wrong solution. Blast your way into the giant hyperdrive engine. And we've got these guys here, and they're pretty weak. Thought there might be a collectible there. So I'll listen to this video and see what it sounds like with the characters talking. The Star Wars music, though, I can't really do anything about that. Keeping it quiet is the right move. That's very much on Disney and video game creators in general, that they put music from movies, and then the music from movies get claimed through Content ID, and then the music often gets removed nowadays. That's something that wasn't even a possibility when I first started recording on YouTube. They would just say, we're going to take all the ad revenue away from you because of the music, and now there's an option to remove the music, and YouTube does that automatically, and sometimes fails at it, but sometimes succeeds at it. It just doesn't sound very good afterwards. It gets really quiet and odd sounding. Wonder if I should drop down on this. Well, I'm riding this thing. But I don't think that actually did anything. Let's see. So we're actually having some verticality in the game, whereas up to this point you've not needed too much of this. There was the extra holocrons to collect in the previous level, but they weren't required playthrough things. Let's see, so this is where I was supposed to be, but I feel like there's more ways up here. Doesn't that feel like there's something more? So let's check. I might as well play as thoroughly as I want to. I don't think I would spend the extra time to play this game a second time. I'd be more interested in playing the sequel to the game. And we have the DLC from the Ultimate Sith Edition. It's rather odd. There's nothing here. But we have seen that a lot too, haven't we? Maybe there's some trickery that has to be done with the machines. Well, see, there is something up there. And so how do I get from where I am here to over there? Like, I don't think this works. Perhaps I should jump to the ledge? Like over here, there's no ledge, but this is. And then that lets me get up to this. And then from this point, I get over here. Force power sphere collected. And we did level up. So it's not a terrible time to look at the forced upgrades and see what we have. We have 5 of these. And the abilities pretty much don't unlock until you played the level once. So we could increase force push, or we could increase force lightning, or we could increase force grip. And I think we'll do force lightning. Sure, why not? And then save the rest. Then we have... Do we have anything here that would help? Let's see. Lightning bomb. Use force lightning to converse to the opponent is amplified. So, soon reaching a critical point, causing an explosion. So Y then, right trigger. Dashing shock, left bump, and then Y. What I would really like is a chain lightning, but I'll take this lightning bomb. That seems like something that would be cool. And the saber sling, I still don't think I'd really use that. Nor on Apprentice level do you really need things like that, it seems. Alright, force focus, increase your maximum force energy. Or combo mastery. Each rank decreases the amount of force energy it takes to use force combos. So more force energy because I'm going to use a lot of that. Then we can go back to the game now. I have to remind myself right now, what am I even doing? Yeah, we should have just looked at the mission objectives. I've only found 2 holocrons? That doesn't seem right. I could have sworn I found at least 3. Maybe some of the power-ups I'm picking up aren't technically holocrons. Alright, so one shot of force lightning will kill half of them. And the other shot will do the other half. So yeah, we're on this planet. Here's another one of these doors that just aren't explained at all. It looks like, how am I supposed to remember or figure out that this is just yet another example of a door? I guess I just have to remind myself to always try to push walls, which isn't a terrible thought, really. There's some kind of new guy here. It's not dying very fast. No, that wasn't even a new character. And clearly placed walls of breakable items. Honestly, I think this game could have done with some editing. It is a kind of empty game, yes, but having every single rock that's extra added to the game movable doesn't just makes it harder to actually focus on the enemies. And I suppose what you would do in a modern game version of this is the enemies might automatically target, and if you want to focus on a rock, you would right click on the right stick. You'd click on the right stick on the controller. That would bring up a cursor. Then you could lock on to the lesser important items in the game, instead of it just constantly showing you this icon, which is distracting and not something you'd particularly want in a game. And here we have something that clearly they do want us to bend out of the way. I think they want us to bend it out of the way to stop the flow of lava, or allow the flow of lava. Yeah, it is hurting me when I walk there. Interesting. And see, I see this thing. Nope, nope. Let's not fall in there unless there's some collectible. And it doesn't really look right here. And see, it seems like at least on Apprentice level that you're not actually gonna die there. But even on Apprentice level, I'm now really short on life. And this is strange. This clear, bright, glowing red thing is nothing. You would think it would be something I could destroy for health or something. But nope, not the case. I'm surprised we're not fighting droids.
Juno, I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Are you picking up anything?
Just some panic transmissions. The scavengers didn't expect any droid resistance.
Okay. So here's an example of Juno not even being helpful. He clearly directly asked her for help, and she's had nothing to say. Seems like some droids are around here. And more just appeared. Interesting. And I assume if it's covered in this blue, that is a story level, you have to move it thing. Let's see. And killing this guy. Oh, and I have to remember to use the right stick or it's going to be incredibly slow. The game is weird in its implementation of the Force. And I could imagine just putting a prompt. Like, let's see, this, there. And now I'm out of force power, so let's have to stand here. And see, we learned to use these things. Come on, lock. And things are, those rings I assume are the things that are causing these objects to float. Finally. And the question becomes, is this where I'm supposed to go? And I guess that is where I'm supposed to go, so down we go. And so I guess we're going down this hole. Before we leave, let's double check that there's not any collectibles or anything.
How strange. The scanners aren't picking up any power signatures from those droids. It's as if they're being powered by
The Force.
The Force is controlling the droids. Interesting. There is something kind of weird about Proxy, because we never see any other droid that has like holographic skin technology. You would think, particularly if that was going to be a thing that happened a lot, then there would actually be aliens and humans walking around that are actually droids. In fact, most droids, I imagine, would want to be like that. Although it doesn't seem like there's any actual major massive production of droids. Anyways, they all seem to be kind of custom built.
Watch your step. Readouts are showing a massive river of toxic hyperdrive plasma nearby.
I copy.
Hyperdrive.
Find a way to the scavenger's camp nearby. Head through the bottom of that blockade runner.
So they have both light speed and hyperdrives, according to this game. And so I assume hyperdrive is something like warping space in Star Trek. Yeah, it almost feels like droid technology must be a somewhat forgotten technology, because people seem to build them very custom, and you never run into too many that are the same. That was very weird to see all that fog. It feels like something they would do to either stop me from going this direction, which I guess this isn't the right direction, or in some other way. I don't know. I have slight problem here. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I guess this was the direction, and they put fog there instead of just blocking it off. I guess that was a monster closet where the characters showed up. And being in such tight corridors here, we're gonna see a great example of where this style of gameplay is not gonna work very well. Like, I can just come over here and slice up these Jawas, or force lightning in, but I can't do any of the main combo systems or anything like that. And there's 10,000 force points, but I have to either wait for the door to open up some wider or blast it. I guess I have to blast it. And the game goes into a loading section. Wow. Just out of the blue. That is strange. Did I hit a button and it skip a cutscene? What in the world just happened there? Was there supposed to be a cutscene there? And look, there's a blastable door with a non-blastable door behind it. And there's no reason why my PC would have any trouble loading this smoothly. It's The problem is their engines. Like, engines of this day and time simply didn't have a adaptive load in the background systems. It was either not even a feasible concept to try to implement, or not even considered or thought up at all. So very abrupt, very old school experience. So I kind of have to debate in my mind, would I want the same gameplay if there was a remake of this, or would I just want a similar story with different gameplay? I think you could probably do both. I think it wouldn't be too difficult to say, here's the original game for free when you purchase the new Force Unleashed, or Force Unleashed 3, and then in Force Unleashed 3 you take the same concept and you put a modern engine in it that can load in the background so we don't see any loading screens, and it can have a lot more enemies so I can actually feel like I'm doing some major damage here. It's all very low, and I don't feel like I really want to turn up the difficulty, because I'm still, like, when I come and hit this guy, it's 2 hits to kill him. Until I have a crystal or something that increases my damage enough that that's no longer the case, then... Oh, I'm pulling this forward. I was pulling it upward. Another prime example of just the game not really telling me which way it should go. And see, there should have just been a level or something. Like a conversation in that loading. And I have this little thought that maybe there was, and the game sometimes forgets to actually show cutscenes. I hope that's not the case. That's probably a monster closet or a place we'll go later. Can't even walk under the stairs. Simple things like ducking your head. This is a big enough area where I could consider... I wouldn't be surprised if there's 2 things. I don't feel that this combo system really helps with this. Should I bother right now? Oh no, did I move forward? I did. Well, we'll undo that. Honestly, I just kind of feel like, both as a non-Star Wars fan, let's be honest here. I like Star Wars, but I'm not a super fan or anything. I don't feel like Jedis in general should be doing this little damage with a lightsaber. I feel like I'm making almost a fanboy argument here, but well, I am making a fanboy argument. I feel like it should be the one slice and they're cut in half and they're dead, which means I want it 2 to 3 times as many people there and on screen, so I can have that opportunity to kill in one strike and grind, almost like a what are those games called? Warriors games, I think might be the name of them. Well, there's this series of games where you're given hundreds and hundreds of enemies, and you just slice them down in one hit, and the screen's just full of enemies, and you practically play an hour per level just hitting the X button, to the point where you probably will be in pain from pressing the button so much. And that's a little excessive. It's too much usually for them, but I wouldn't mind in a few scenes running into 100 or more enemies in this game. And see, I am supposed to, I think, I think I'm supposed to do something here. This is strange. So we have this shield, and there's no like power plug on this shield. And if I put down this shield, I could go down this direction, but I would need something, and it would have had to been something over on this side, and I did pick up like one thing on that side, and I just think that was an unintentional thing. And so after a moderately long fight there, for this game at least, this big empty area is just another big empty area. And I don't believe that there's a trick or something that they want us to do to get on top. That doesn't seem right. I don't think that there's anything here. So maybe we'll just come back. Maybe we'll take the elevator and then we'll come back in this area, but I bet we don't. I bet that's just some collectible I missed. Yeah. Weird. Was that a mission objective or something though? How long have we been going? Oh, we've been going long. I gotta keep an eye on that. And we've only destroyed 1 of 10 scavenger skiffs, which I don't even know when I destroyed 1 scavenger skiff. I don't know I've seen a skiff. Interesting. And we've definitely been going long. Oops on that. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.